Hey, Timmies! It's Psychic Bob. Well, surprise, surprise. I thought we'd have a live seance tonight. Something a little different. Some of you have written and said, Psychic Bob, you're going to have a seance. And I think, you know what? I think we should do that. Well, I see we got a few people gathering over in chat. I see Seti is here. Welcome, Seti. I see Allie H is here. Hello, Allie H. Welcome. We got a few more people. It looks like people are still coming in. Oh my gosh, there's some more people. Shelly M is here. Hello, Shelly. Welcome. Welcome to our seance gathering tonight. Oh, goodness gracious. So fun to get here and to gather and have a mystical time together. For those of you who are new here, it's your first time here, my name is Bob Hickman, and I'm a full-time professional psychic medium. That means that I work every day as a medium. It's my full-time business. Oh my gosh, more people are coming. There's Luna's here. Jamar Wilson's here. Yay, Caitlin L is here. Kenna Osborne is here. Ariel Rogers is here. Welcome, welcome to all of you. This is so much fun. Well, anyways, I thought it would be kind of a nice surprise tonight. There's Nancy Ortega is here. Hello, Nancy. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome. Sue Gray is here. Welcome. Wonderful. Is it Sue Gay? Sue Gray. Sue Gay. Sorry, I'm having trouble. I don't have my glasses here. Oh, there's Dawn Chance is here. Yeah, Werewolfin's here. Jamie Westmoreland is here. Wow, we got a big crowd gathering tonight. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome. So, as I was saying, my name is Bob Hickman, for those of you who may not know me, and I am a psychic medium. And what that means is I talk to the spirit world. I am what is also known as a trance channel or a trance medium. Hello, Vivian Clark. Good to see you. Hey, Vivian, check your cell phone. I left you a message. I don't know if you got my message about Monday. Anyways, check it out and give me a call. Yay, Pam Mears is here. Erica Cho is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sherry Dries is here. Oh my gosh, so many people coming in. Well, I didn't know if the notice got out because usually when I start a broadcast, it says that notices are going out. I didn't get any notice. So I'm so glad you guys are seeing this and that you're here. This is wonderful. So anyways, as I was saying, I'm what is known as a trance channel. The older term is a trance medium. Now, when we say trance, it's spelled Trance, trance, not trans. Nothing wrong with trans people, but I said to somebody, I have a trance channel one time. They're like, we didn't know you were transgender. I said, no, trance with a C, Trance. And what that means is that I put myself in an altered state of consciousness. And when I'm in that altered state, that trance state, it allows the spirit people to kind of come in, and they temporarily overshadow my consciousness and take temporary control of my nervous system. Now, I want to emphasize the word temporary here because some people have never seen trance channeling get freaked out. They're like, oh my God, Psychic Bob's getting possessed. He's got to stop this. This is dangerous. No, trance channeling is not a dangerous situation because what it is there's a partnership. I give permission to the spirit people to temporarily use my body's physical body and my nervous system so that they can come through me in a sense. And when they come through me, it overshadows all my personal consciousness and they come through. And that's what trance channeling is. It's not possession. Possession is when a spirit forcibly takes over a body and refuses to give up control. That's possession. This is no danger. At any moment, if I'm uncomfortable, the spirit people will step back. If I'm in any danger, which sometimes you'll see happen, there is somewhat of a danger in trance channeling in that it can overstimulate the nervous system and cause either anxiety or physical harm to the nervous system. But this is why you have to have a good rapport with your spirit guides, because once you have a good rapport with the spirit people, then they monitor the energy flow through the body so that a medium such as myself does not get overwhelmed or have their nervous system or physical body injured by the process of channeling. So people say, was channeling totally safe? Is there ever any danger? The answer is it's pretty safe. But like anything, there is always a danger. riding a bike, is riding a bicycle safe? Well, yeah, once you learn to do it. Is there a danger you could fall off or get hit by a car? Yes, there's a chance of that. But it generally doesn't happen, once you learn the rules and you follow the rules. So every good medium knows to listen to their guides and let them lead the process, So, hi, werewolf. And werewolf is a trans, trance, Trance. But that's what somebody thought. They thought I said I was a transgender medium. I said, no, I'm not. I'm a male, always been a male. I'm not changing to female. I'm not a transgender. Nah. Okay. So trance, like Anyways, well, I hope that gives you guys a little insight into the channeling process. So I think what I'm going to do is bring down the lights here. I like to channel in a little dimmer environment. So I'm going to bring down the lights and then I'll settle down and go into trance. And then we'll see if the spirit people come through. Now, I have to be honest and tell you, I never know if they're going to come through. I hope they do. I've had times where I've set for trance and nothing happens. So, I like to be honest, either they come through or they don't. I can't make it happen. I can only invite them to happen, So, yeah. So anyways, well, I'm just glad you guys are here. Channeling to our seance tonight. And I just thought this would be kind of a fun thing to do, something a little different, a live channeling. So there you go. Okay. Well, anyways, let's bring down the lights. If you were here in my home, see, in the old days in the spiritual church, we'd gather in a home, we'd go to a medium's house and sit in a circle with them. So in a sense, we're creating a virtual seance circle. So pull up your computer and know that you're pulling up your chair to be part of our circle here tonight. And I welcome you to my home for a seance gathering. All right, let's bring down the lights, shall we? Hold on, I got to go back here and turn off the lights. All right, that's a little softer light. All right. All right, is that a little bit of a softer light to work in? All right, well, I'm going to settle down and let the spirit people do their thing. So I guess I'll have to say I'll see you when I get back from my trance. Oh, this is Fletcher. Give us just a moment while we get control of the medium's vibration. Oh, well, it's so good to be back here with all of you. When we come over from the spirit world, it's a delicate operation because we got to take control of the medium's body. But there's always a danger we could, fry him out, Because sometimes we come in like a lightning bolt. And if we come in too fast and too strong, he'll go pop like a circuit breaker. And that's not a good thing. So when you're working with our world, know that we have a higher frequency than you. And be patient. Sometimes it takes us a little while to get close to you, but it's only out of concern and care that we take our time. If you're developing me as a medium and trying to get closer to our world, and you feel like, well, I don't ever get the spirit voices very loud, I don't hear them, and they don't seem to get too close to me, well, take your time. Let us know. You got to tell us, give us a little feedback and say, spirit people, help me, I don't feel your presence. That means that we're not coming in strong enough, and we'll give you a little extra push. Now, sometimes when we come into a medium, it is a little overwhelming to their body. And some mediums, after their initial trance channeling, they feel a little well out of sorts, But over here, we be looking out for all of you, and we do the best that we can. Oh, there are countless spirits over here waiting to be of service. Where, speaking of service, we got a few people that will be want to come in tonight and speak to us. So give us just a moment while we step from the meeting body and let those who wish to speak come through. We'll see you in just a little while. This is Fletcher, over and out. Good evening. My name is Alfred. When I hear Fletcher speak about the mediumship process, I remember my own life on Earth. During my early days of involvement with the spiritualists, I observed mediums channeling, and I was fascinated. I was told by my own teachers that in time I would do such a thing, though I could not believe it at the time. But in time, as I built up my abilities to attune to spirit, I found that the spirit world wanted to commune with me. My teacher told me, he said, Alfred, in time you will relax and they will come into you and merge with you and bring their messages through. And I remember the first time that I went into trance. I was in a seance circle with our group, and all of a sudden I felt myself feeling very tired, very almost drifty and dreamy. And I said, well, I won't go to sleep in the seance circle. I have to pay attention in case a spirit comes through. But you understand that in the process of mediumship, it is not an issue of control. It is an issue of letting go of control. During our time, spirit guides were known as spirit controls, and that meant that they took control of a medium. This medium right now is under our control. We control him and have control over the nervous system. This is how we are able to manifest our voices. We use his voice box, and we approximate frequency to a human frequency. This allows our voice to come through this physical body. If I raise my voice to its natural frequency, we will lose the connection. Let me give you an example of this. So if I'm talking and I raise my voice higher, you'll notice that the frequency picks up and the speed picks up, and then soon it will disappear. As we go down and bring in the voice again, you see. So the adjustment of the frequency affects our ability to be heard by you. For us, it is a difficult process, for we must always gauge vibration. If we put our frequency through too strong, we will injure the medium. If we put it through too weak, no one will hear our voices. So we're always doing a balancing act of frequencies here. I remember, man, we had a wireless set. I think you call it a radio. We used to call it wireless in our day because we'd hear music and voices come through it, and there was no wire attached. It would come through the ethers. You see, working with mediumship is like tuning a wireless set. You adjust the frequency to get it in just so. And so I invite you to understand this premise and this process. For some of you here are trying to become mediums yourself. But the reason that you're challenged tonight is that you do not understand yet the principle of frequency. All things in the cosmos, from a simple atom unto a human being unto a god, all things are divinely attuned to a frequency. And the more that this frequency is harmonized and listened to and worked with, the greater power that you have. You understand that within your own mind and body, you have the power to shatter glass with your voice. There are opera singers, and I have witnessed it for myself. They can hit notes and shatter glass. Why is that? They oscillate their voice at the frequency of the atomic molecules of glass. They've raised the frequency of the molecules of the glass through vibration and just shatter the glass. This is the danger that we of the spirit world have, that when we come to a medium, if we adjust our frequency too high, it would shatter the medium's body like glass. There are mediums who have died as a result of trans-channeling work. So do not think that it is without its risks. But that being said, we over here do every effort we can to ensure the safety of all mediums and those who would allow us to come through and work with them. If you have been wanting to do channeling in your own journey and you have a fear, speak to your spirit guides, tell them of your concerns. gladly listen and work to alleviate. But as I was saying earlier, the process of mediumship is one of not of you controlling the situation, but of letting the spirits have control. Once I grasped this, it was easier for me. But the very first time that I channeled, it was in 1924, and I was a young man sitting in a circle. And in 1924, I heard the voices, yet I was not yet comfortable to let them go. A few days later, I sat again, and then I became very sleepy. And for a moment, I thought I had nodded off. I was quite embarrassed, because I woke with a bit of a jolt to start. And my teacher said, "Alfred, very good, young man. You let them come through." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You let the spirit people come through." And I said, "I did no such thing. I would not allow it." He said, "But you did." At a certain point, when they come into your frequency, they will allow you to relax into the process. And as you relax, their voices will come through. I was in a deeper state of trance, and because I was in a deeper state of trance, I was not fighting the system, as they say. And so if you are trying to understand mediumship, it is a process of letting go and letting us come through you. You need not fear. Those of you who have a high mind and intend to do good with your mediumship, you shall do good. In the spirit world, we have a principle, which is like attracts like. And so if you have a high mind to use your spiritual gifts for good, you will only attract to yourself spirits that have a high frequency and of a high vibration. I hope this has given you some insight tonight to the process of mediumship. We have some others who wish to speak. Fletcher's asked me to step from the body. I thank you for receiving me. My name is Alfred. Oh, this is Fletcher. Give us just a moment. We have to adjust the medium's vibration to let the next person come through. Oh dear, can you hear me out there? Greetings, my name is Rose. Oh, my dear, you know, when I listen to such an exalted channel as Alfred and Fletcher, and I hear their voices, I say, oh, I have a long way to go to have their wisdom. But I am ever so thankful for our medium here, that he allows me to come and visit with each. During my earthly life, I had opportunities to attend seances where channeling occurred, yet I did not. I didn't put much faith in it and thought actually that most mediums and spiritualists in general, I should say, were rather mad. I think I've told some of you of my neighbor. I had a lovely lady live near me who was a spiritualist. Her name was Madge. And she used to say to me, Rose, will you come to our seances? We should love to have you sit in the circle tonight. And I used to say, Madge, I'm a member of the Church of England. I don't believe in spiritualism and all of that nonsense. Oh, my dears, I was a little full of myself in my day, and I thought to myself that I knew everything. And the truth of the matter is that I knew nothing. To me, religion was only a show. I went to church to impress people. I thought, well, do I look impressive in my heart? Do I look lovely in my dress today on Sunday? And I used to put in large amounts of money when I must say I was rather well off in my day. I was to give a lot of money to the vicar every week. I thought that such things made me important and would, well, I suppose, buy myself a place in heaven. Oh, my dear, how shallow and insipid and unknowing I was. My humble neighbor, Madge, lovely as she was very unvain, very simple lady. She didn't live like me in such a grand way, though she was a true lady in all senses. She lived a very simple life. And I used to say, Madge, your husband left you a great fortune. We both lived in Mayfair district. And this part of London, and back in my day, it was very posh, you see, Mayfair district. Oh, all the best people lived there. And Madge lived in Mayfair, but you wouldn't know it to see her on the street. No, she did not travel around in a Rolls Royce like I did, nor did she dress in the finest furs and jewels. Madge lived very simply and humbly, though she did have a lovely home, I must say. And she would often invite me to the seances. And do you know, my dears, it was Madge's love and teachings that saved me in the end. It was the spiritualist's truth that helped me to get out of my purgatory. Many of you know of my story, that I died during the war, during the London Blitz, and I hid in the darkness, and I was struck by a lorry. And when I first died, I found myself wandering in this place of darkness. I did not know I had died. You see, this is the strange thing about death. In death, my dears, you will feel more alive than you do upon the earth. And this is what creates the confusion, why there are ghosts and earthbound souls. I myself was trapped in purgatory. It's not a hellish thing, but it's not heaven either. It's a waiting place. Purgatory is for those souls who are not necessarily evil, but have not yet truly embraced the love of God into their hearts. I had a knowledge of spirit, or we called it God or Jesus. It doesn't matter what you call it, dear. But I had a knowledge, but I did not embrace that knowledge and bring it into my life. You'll see, if you want to live in heaven, you have to start by bringing heaven into your heart. Some of you here tonight have saying to yourself as I'm speaking, you're saying, Rose, I've lost my way. I don't feel any love for God, or spirit, or anybody. Am I going to hell when I die? Well, my dear, I must be honest, you're probably not going to go to hell. The very fact that you're here tonight at the seance and that you're listening means that you have not forgotten spiritual light, or you would not be here. So I invite each of you tonight to start from where you are and accept this principle, my dear. First of all, know that life is eternal. In the spiritualist movement that my neighbor Madge was part of, she used to give me pamphlets, and used to say, there are no dead and there is no dying. And I used to say, well, I was down at the funeral home last week and it certainly looked like a lot of dead people to me. And Madge used to correct me and she used to say, Rose, that's just a body. That's just like your dress that hangs in your closet. That is not the person. Madge used to say to me, Rose, that beautiful frock that you have on, that gown, is that you? And I used to look at myself, no, it's a lovely gown, And she said, that's no more you than your sofa, your chair is you. And she said, someday you'll take off that dress and put it away, and you'll be free of it. And she said, Rose, haven't you ever gotten rid of an old dress? I said, oh, yes, many times. Those days, my dears, I was so into fashion that if I didn't have the latest gown every month, well, I felt behind. And I would waste money. I was very wealthy, and I wasted a lot of money being vain and self-aggrandizing. And so I'd buy a £1,000 dress, wear it for one party, and then throw it away. You see, I could afford that, but it is wasteful. No matter how much money one has, one should not live like that. But I would buy a £1,000 gown, wear it to one gathering, and throw it in the trash. I wouldn't even give it to charity. And I used to say in those days, well, why should a poor person have this? I worked hard all my life. My family built their empire in banking. And I'm supposed to just give this away? No. You see, it was my own selfishness and greed that I destroyed the gown rather than give it away in kindness. This was not a good thing, my dear. And this is why I did not instantly go to the light. I went to purgatory. And let me warn you, dears, you do not want to go there. It is described in the Bible, and I used to read the Bible on occasion, as the place of outer darkness where there is weeping and wailing. It's true, souls that go there find themselves alone. It is in a sort, not a punishment from God, but a place that you will awaken. You see, once I understood my condition and was willing to let go of my own self-importance, Then I moved closer to the light. You see, in spiritual teachings, and I do believe the spiritualists have it right, there are gradations there of the spirit world. There are subtle levels, and the more you have light in you, the higher you go. Some of you on earth I've heard the term spoken among people on the earth, is they called the light quotient. Now, we didn't have such terminology in my day. But yes, I think it's a very appropriate term, the light quotient. What is your light quotient in your soul? If your light quotient is increasing, then you will move closer to the light and you will have success and joy. But if you dim your light, you move further away from joy. The higher your vibration, the higher your light, the greater your joy. And so, my dears, do not, please, I beg you, my dears, don't be like me. Don't think that this material world is all this is to strive for. No, my dears, there's so much more. My dears, while I'm here tonight, I have a few messages I should like to bring over to some of you. I have a message here for Lady Witch. Lady Witch, I should like to bring over to you a message here. I want to tell you that I've looked into your vibration, my dear, and you have a beautiful light around you. You, my dear, have a gift for the mediumship, and there are many spirit people over here who would like to work with you. We invite you to open yourself to the channeling process, where we see around you a great light forming. It is almost like a spotlight shining down from the heavens on you. And those of us over here, we take notice of it. So, Lady Witch, we invite you. Let go of your fear. Let go of your desire to hold back. If you let our world in, we will not harm you. There's a lovely lady here who wishes to speak to you, Lady Witch. I shall let her come through. Just a moment, my dear. Hi, Lady Witch. I know you don't know me, but I'd like to get to know you. You can call me Sunflower. I'm a joy guide. I come in to make you laugh. And this lovely Lady Rose has been so nice to let me come and visit you. I want to help you to learn to talk to our world even more. You've been doing it a long time, but we can help you take it to a new place, my dear. Anyways, remember my name. My name is Sunflower, and I want to help you. This last year, you've been really letting go of the past, and you've been letting our world become closer to you. And you felt the love of our side. The spirit world, as Rose has told you, is very close, and I should like to help you. Please call on me. My name is Sunflower. Thank you, Rosalind. Oh, give us just a moment. This is Fletcher. I have to adjust the frequency. Oh, there we go, my dears. Can you hear me again? I do hope you can hear me. Well, Lady Witch, that Sunflower's one of your spirit guides here. And she's asked me to come through tonight to say hello to you. Fletcher says our medium's power is holding stable, so I think I can deliver a few more messages from over here. I would like to come to Miss Vivian. Vivian Clark, dear, are you there? Can you hear me? I do hope my frequency is clear. Sometimes when we come through a medium, we're not sure if we've got the vibration right. Fletcher, we adjust the vibration so that my voice is clearer. Thank you, dear. Vivian, I want to tell you that those of us who live here in the spirit world, we are not blind to the challenges and the sufferings you've endured. The human life, my dear, is full of suffering and challenges. And sometimes you may feel as if you're walking all alone. And sometimes you pray and you say, Spirit people, help me. And you wonder if anybody over here hears you. But I come today to tell you that I love you very much. And you are a beacon of light, especially in a time of darkness. There are many people around you, particularly, my dear, in your work environment, who have lost their way. They're very much like me. I don't judge them, my dears, but I pity them. You see, they think that questing for material gain and material power will bring them the blessings that they need. But really all they need is love in their lives. My dear, we've allowed you to go through this time of challenge, not that you should suffer, but that you should stand in the light and be a reflection to those around you. Those of us who reside here are watching, and we know. Archangel Michael has asked me to let you know that he is also on guard, and you will see his presence in the coming days. That are those around you, my dear, who want to stir the, well, what's the word we say? Stir the drama pot, you know. Well, don't worry, they have no power, my dear, for your light is the light of the spirit world. But you, dear, must let go of your fear. Sometimes you have a fear, you'll get wrapped up in the entanglements of those around you, and your head spins. When you have this, call upon me. Say, Rose, help me get my mind straight and focused. Oh, and we shall do that. And Archangel Michael has asked me to deliver for you, that he will help bring stability and protection as well. There are blessings yet to come to you, for you have served the spirit world in great faith and joy, and this will not be forgotten by our world. I do hope that you will allow me to continue to help you, and know that I hear and see all things, and I will bring to you the comfort and the knowledge and the wisdom that you'll need. There's somebody else here who would like to speak tonight. Thank you, my dear. I leave that message with you, Lady Vivian. Hold on, I have another person. Fletcher, shall we let them come through? Yes, who is that? Oh, lovely. My dear, hold on just a moment. We have a special treat for you. Doris Stokes is here, and she'd like to say her greetings to all of you. Well, I think I'm in the body here. Oh, you know, it's so lovely to be back with all of you. You know, over here, I got to tell you, when I was a young girl, I used to hear the spirits, and my dad used to say to me, he said, Doris, he said, you like me, talk to the spirit world. And I used to say, aye, Dad, I do. And I used to say, oi, well, if only they'd speak back in a clearer way sometimes. He said, well, just keep talking. They'll be talking back to you. And, during the war years, it became very evident to me. I saw a lot of spirits that died in the London Blitz, and they'd be walking the streets. And for me, it was a bit confusing because I used to see the spirits, and I used to say, well, is that a living man or a dead man? And I used to ask my father, do you see that person? It almost looks like he's glowing like a spirit. And my dad used to say, yes, I see it too. And sometimes I'd wonder to myself, well, is that a living person or a dead person? And the truth is that really it doesn't matter because there is no death. You can't die for the likes of you. Some people used to come to me and they used to say, Doris, I lost my way. I don't know a thing. I can't find out nothing about life after death. And I said, oh, they're right around you here. You see, during my earthly life, I couldn't turn it off if I wanted to. Sometimes it drove me a little mad hearing the spirit voices. They'd be coming through. And I said, well, I don't know what to say to these people. What am I supposed to say? And they said, all right, Doris, just give the message out. And so I did the best I could. Now, I feel so fortunate to have this medium who allows me to come through him. And sometimes, it's a little hard for him to hear us because he's got so many voices himself. But, I just tried to be present and guide him. And I hope that I've been able to help a number of you. Some of you here tonight, I've got messages through before, and I've come over and help you. And so just understand that I'm here, and you can call on me. My name is Doris Stokes, and I'm so glad to be with you. And I hope that you'll just continue to gather here every week. For those of us over here, we can do a lot of good to help all of you. But you got to make the time for us, and you got to just be present. And if you're present, we'll come and help you. I joined the spiritualist movement and it changed my life. Some of you know about my story. I had a little boy. He was born during the war years. Poor little thing, he didn't last long, and he passed on into spirit. I never got over that during my earthly life. And it wasn't until I really got involved with the spiritualist church that I found healing in my life. Now, I'm not here to preach and convert anybody. That's not what I'm doing. But I'm coming here today just as a friend to say, you might try it. You might read some books on spiritualism. If you're not a churchgoer, that's okay. But the philosophy and the teaching made all the difference in my own life. And I gave my life over to the service of the Spirit. And I tell you, like they used to tell me, don't nobody ever die. And I thought, well, I don't know about that. But really, I did know that it was true. Nobody ever really died. And so I hope that today my presence here will remind you that we live on after our body dies. That body, like I heard them saying earlier, is just an old dress, like Rose was saying, and her neighbor Madge told her. It's true. Your body's only one part of you. Your true self never dies. So don't give up. Don't give in to sadness. And like me, just get up and do your duty every day. Spiritualists don't stand in the streets screaming and preaching. We just go about our business. But there will be opportunities, and so many of you had them already, where somebody will say, do you think there's life after death? And remember this night of the gathering of the spirits, and you will remember that the spirits came to you and gave you evidence that there is life after death. So I won't stay here, but I wanted just to come in. This is Doris Stokes. Thank you so much. And remember, you can't die for the life of you. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's such a blessing to meet her. She and I both lived in London at the same time, though we were not close, but I knew of Doris Stokes. And when I came over here, I used to say to myself, well, I guess everything that she said was true. And here I am. Doris didn't come to the spirit world till much later. She got a good long life on the earth. And I think, to tell you the truth, if she had been able to stay a little longer, it would have done the world good. But you'll see, my dears, whether your life is long or short, if you embrace the light and walk in that power, you shall have joy supreme. So do not fear the darkness. Let the light come to you. That's my Fletcher says our medium's power is starting to wane. So I shall not stay much longer. But I do say receiving us. Do hope wherever you are, that you will find light and joy in your journey. And know that we of the spirit world are only a whisper away. We are not far, and we do care. We will come and help you. So do call on us. Oh dear, the power's starting to go, and I feel myself going with it. So do please remember to call on us. Call on the spirit world, and we will come to you. And I too understand. I try. Oh, excuse me, guys. I'm just a little lightheaded when I come back from trance. Give me just a minute here. Drink some water here. Well, I hope everybody came through tonight. Did you guys hear them? Did they come through okay? I certainly hope they did. When the spirit people come through a medium, I tell you, I come back from channeling and I just feel so good. I really do. It uplifts me. I'm a little disoriented at first. But I hope that this was wonderful. It looks like Doris came through. I thought I heard her voice. Sometimes when I'm channeling, I hear a little bit of the voices that are coming through. But I'm so glad you guys are here tonight. Oh my gosh, we had some lovely messages, a lot of hearts. Thank you, Doris. Oh, Dark Wine says, you can't die for the life of you. She said that. Oh, that's brilliant. That's true. She used to say that in life sometimes. Lorraine Joy, thank you, Bob. That was so special. Oh, thank you. Pam Mears says, that was a good seance night. Finally got to see you live. They had some good messages to give you. Oh, wonderful. Story time. She said, yep. All right. Thank you, Viv. Vivian says, take your time and have a drink of water. Yes, I need to drink a little more water here. So much. Oh, my God. Sue Gay says, awesome. Thank you, Sue. Nicole Bryan, beautiful. Thank you for all you do, Bob. Werewolf says, she said, I'm going to win the lottery today. Hey, if Doris told you that, or Rose or whoever come through, why not? Somehow I don't think the spirits tell you that, but maybe they do. Yay. Oh my gosh. This is so great. Thank you, Sophia. Sophia says, something I'm glad I got to. Thank you. I'm really glad you guys got here tonight. So anyways, I'm not going to stay on here long because I just need a little rest. I've been doing a lot of stuff with Mom while I've been down there, so I've been pretty tied up. But tonight, the spirit told me to do a live seance. I heard Fletcher said, go live. And I said, okay, well, if that's what they say, it's meant to be. So, you know. Well, you know, every Saturday, I try to hold a seance. Usually it's pre-taped simply because of my schedule. As many of you know, I work an awful lot doing readings. But tonight I had a little bit of downtime, and I thought it'd be nice to do a live seance with you guys. Damien Devine says, love the short lesson on frequency. Thank you, Damien. I'll have to go back and look at this. When I come, I don't know what's come through. So like you guys, I have to go back and watch the tape and see what's on it. So I can't really comment about what they said because I'm not really sure, you know. Silly Jane is here. Oh, I love the cherry blossoms. Hi, Silly Jane. Thank you, Charmalo. Charmalo says, beautiful live seance. Thank you, Kim. Kim Lockey says, hi, Psychic Bob. Give your mom a big hug for me. I will. Mom's resting tonight. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Just says beautiful messages from the spirit. Zenray says, amazing, Bob. Hearts. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being open to the guidance of the spirit, you know. I'm so glad you got to experience. I try to bring these seances. Nancy Ortega says, I sent you an email today. I saw you emailed Tuesday and I didn't see it. So sorry. Nancy, don't worry, hon. I've been very busy and I'm getting a lot of requests. By the way, for those of you who have contacted me, I am still getting back to people. So I have a little bit of a backlog, but I'm not forgetting everybody. So Nancy, I will get your email. I've been busy today myself, so I haven't had time to check anything. So thank you. Hi, Billy. Not good to see Billy says, thank you, Bob! Exclamation. Vivian Clark says, like hanging out with family, totally rock. Thank you, Vivian. Jennifer Creamerson says, glad I got to catch the show tonight. Thank you, Vivian. Jennifer. Jennifer, you're going to have to tell me about your. Jennifer's a wonderful medium. I recommend her as well. Psychic medium. You can contact her. She's on YouTube, Jennifer Creamer. Thank you, Jen. Luna. Hi, Luna. Luna says, hearing Rose's voice was so calming, especially after hearing I was declined for a job position I had high hopes for. It just makes me feel I'm not alone. Well, you know, isn't that wonderful? I'm sorry about your job, Luna, but you know, the spirit people, once we let them into our lives, they will help us. You know, sometimes we lose things we think we want only to find out it was a blessing we didn't get it. You know, I think there's more money and a better job with less stress coming for you. You know, so call on Rose, call on Fletcher, call on all the guides. They'll help you. You know, Doris is a wonderful help. Many of us have had help with her on Sunday nights and on our Tuesday show. And it sounds like she came in tonight. I thought she did, you know. Oh, Jen, you're sweet. Jen says, it's only because I have the best teacher. Oh, you're sweet. Speaking of teaching, thank you, Jen. You're lovely. Jen wasn't at our class today because she was doing psychic work, which I'm so proud of her for. But for those of you who want to work on your psychic development, you want to register for my psychic class. We hold it every Saturday. I had a class today on Zoom. It was at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. Every Saturday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. It's a live class, just like I'm live here with you now. It's a live training seminar. We hold it on Zoom so you're able to actually be there in person and talk to me. And so I will answer your questions, and we do psychic development exercises, and I teach you techniques to access your psychic skills. And each week we work on different skills. Today we worked on seeing auras, how to see the aura, how to interpret it, what it means, what's the whole theory behind auras. So we did that today. Now I sell that class. I do charge for it because it is professional level training, but I keep it very cheap. 2-hour live class with me training one-on-one, only $30. You're not going to get anybody at my level that will train you for that cheap. And I make it purposely cheap so that people will come and that money will not be such a factor. You know, I could actually charge $200 a session and people would pay it. And I have people that are very wealthy said, I don't mind doing psychic development. I'll pay you $200 an hour. I could do that, make a lot of money, but I'm not in this for the money. I'm in it because I believe in spiritualism and I want to share that with people. I charge because it is a lot of work and I do have to still live. I have to eat a little bit each day and pay the light bill. So I wish I could do it for free, but I can't. But that being said, I try to really keep it affordable. And those of you who have been there, I think you'll agree you get way more than $30 of training in 2 hours. So, you know, I know psychics who do $30 just for a 2-minute consultation. You know, answer one thing in 2 minutes and it's $30. You're getting 2 hours for $30. So I hope you'll go register now. Go sign up today. Space is limited. And you go to my website, PsychicBob.com, right there. We are going to do classes on trance channeling, you know, coming up. This next week, we're going to work on a class on how to attune and receive messages from ascended masters. You know, the great powerful ones like Saint Germain and Katumi and the Theosophical and Rosicrucian masters. So we're going to work on that this upcoming Saturday. And I would love for all of you to come and sign up, you know. You do not, in fact, I encourage you not to. Don't go try to buy 5 sessions of classes. Buy 1 each week. Because, you know, life happens and it's too hard for me to track. If you bought 5 classes and missed 3 and then want a refund, I can't do that. So just buy it week to week as you know you can come. And I do every class so that it's independent in a way that you can start with no experience and come in and start learning right away. So don't worry if you say, well, gosh, Bob, I never did psychic development. I don't know if I'm good enough. Jennifer, tell them in the chat that this class, anybody can come in and start learning. Jennifer will testify. She's one of our regulars. And Vivian's been in the class, and Vivian said, this class is worth it, and you are more than generous with sharing your pearls of wisdom. Thank you, Vivian. God bless you. Jessica says, are you still painting? Your artwork is so awesome and inspiring. I haven't painted this summer simply because my reading volume has gone through the roof. Just so you know, guys, if you call my office and it takes me a few days to get to you, I'm literally getting 150 or 200 calls a week coming in, requests for readings, attending parties. Some people have business propositions and commercial deals. And so Psychic Bob is getting a little overwhelmed. That being said, I am still doing readings. It just may take me a little longer to get to you. And in terms of my artwork, this autumn, Jessica, I'm going to start painting again. It's been so hot and I've been having air conditioning problems in my house. So it's just not been comfortable to do a lot of work. But in the autumn, as there are pools, I'm going to create. So you have more artwork. Okay, below this video, you should see a store. If you like my art or want to see it, I've done a number of my paintings on t-shirts. And you can buy a Psychic Bob art graphic t-shirt to support this channel. So that's one way you can support us as well. So thank you. And purchase of readings, purchase of classes. This is my full-time work. And so your support is greatly, greatly appreciated. Well, guys, listen, I'm going to get off of here. Psychic Bob needs a little downtime. I'm going to relax tonight and sip some tea and watch Downton Abbey and hang out. So that'll be my evening. I just need some downtime. Thank you so very much for being here. I hope you've enjoyed this. God bless you all, and we'll be back here tomorrow. By the way, I always forget, Sunday, be here tomorrow. We're going to do another live stream show tomorrow. Live stream Sunday night hangout with Psychic Bob. It will be at 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. We're going to just sing some songs, hang out, and I'll do messages for people that in chat. So come out and join us. And, we'll we'll do little mini live psychic readings for people who ask questions. So I hope you'll join us for that. 7 p.m. For those of you in other parts of the country, it's 7 Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 p.m. Pacific time. For those of you in Europe, it will be midnight London time, 1 a.m. Paris time. And then whatever their time zones you're in. I can't remember all the zones around the world, but that covers the majority of our audience, I think. So I'd love to see you back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. time for a live stream Sunday night hangout with live psychic readings. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. Oh, Jennifer, thank you. Jennifer says, have a great night. Hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you. Blessings to you. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And until then, may all of you always blessed be.